Two out of 3 cancer patients in Kenya succumb to the disease, while only 23% of them have access to treatment and management services. These are some of the shocking revelations of a report by the National Cancer Institute released today. This raises the question, if only 23% are able to access treatment, what about the remaining 77% who are languishing and unable to get the help that they need? This reminds me of a memo that I did in November 2019. At the time, we had run a feature titled Cancer Country, which featured heartbreaking stories of Kenyans suffering from the disease but were unable to afford treatment. Between the filming and airing of the feature, some of the patients we interviewed passed away as they struggled financially to pay for the treatment. Now, the shocking statistics released today also show that 70% of cancer cases are diagnosed at advanced stages, which raises questions about early diagnosis of the disease. In the past, issues about the ability of doctors to diagnose the disease early and providing the right medication before the disease ravages the patient were raised, with patients citing instances of unqualified doctors handling cancer cases. And in cases where the disease is detected early, the patients go back and try to raise the money needed for treatment, and they are finally able to raise the required funds. Time has passed, and the disease has eaten away at the body. Another issue of concern is the number of oncologists in the country. For a population of over 50 million, 30 or so oncologists are just not enough and should be an issue of great concern. Many doctors say that the training is expensive and only available abroad. Most cannot afford the training fees. The report released today also shows that on average over 47,000 new cancer cases are reported yearly, with close to 33,000 people dying annually. These statistics should jolt the government into action and come up with a plan, as it is unacceptable that so many Kenyans are suffering, with some living with the belief that they'll eventually lose their lives and are unable to afford the life-saving treatment. In Kenya, the nexus between cancer and poverty is the worst. It consigns one to certain death. If cancer diagnosis, management and treatment services are made affordable, those Kenyans who see cancer as a death sentence will have some hope. For those battling the disease, their relatives, and those in the early stages of cancer, cancer screening and early diagnosis and prognosis can save lives, as well as trained doctors and oncologists, and of course the availability of equipment and medication. Thomas Jefferson once said, "The care of human life, and not its destruction, is the first and only legitimate object of good government." That's my memo.